Hello, hi, I come back. Hello, guys. Welcome back to my channel, and it's so good to have you back here again, especially after the previous video. But anyways, welcome back to my channel, and if you're coming back, then it means you are enjoying the content or you're excited about the journey that we will be taking. And as I explained in my previous video, that I was just going on and on and on and on. But thank you so much for coming back. To the people who have subscribed, the new subscribers, thank you so much. And please keep the engagements coming, keep the suggestions coming, and yeah, let's head on to this journey. And if you are new to this channel and you are into faith-based, spirit-led, Bible referenced content, and this is your girl, okay? This is your channel. Hop on, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss my notifications. Okay, my name is Boitumelo Dlodlo, and I am a Christian woman with two beautiful boys, and I'm married to the Hubster. And today's video, we will be talking about raising godly children, parenthood according to the Bible. So let's get on to it.
Oh yeah, my life I am gracefully broken. Oh, that's what I am done.
Okay, so we're going to read the scripture from Proverbs 22, verse 6. It says, "Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it." Right? That's Proverbs 22, verse 6. In another version, it says, "Start children off on the way they should go." Start. Not leave them to be older. Just start them. There's a saying that says, "Igotshwa isemanzi." So start them off on the way they should go, and even when they are old, they will not turn from it, and they will thank you for it. One thing that I thank my parents for is that they introduced Christ to me at a very young age, and to this day, I'm the person that I am because of the foundation that I got. I'm able to make better decisions. I know how to raise my children biblically, and yes, life lived, but at the end of the day, I am able to go back home. I was able to come back home, and I know how I should be living, and it's easier for me to then give it off to my children as well. So the first point that I want to say is lead by example. We cannot shy away from the fact that children learn by observing. A child will mimic what their parents do. So it is up to you as a parent to live a godly lifestyle in a Christian way. If that's the way that you want your children to follow, you need to portray that and play it out in front of your children, because that is the lifestyle that they're going to learn. They see you pray, they're gonna pray as well, because they're going to hear your words and they're going to want to say the same things that you were saying. The conversations that you have, how you carry yourself, you going to church. Lead by example. Lead a life that you want your child to follow, so that it's easy for them to follow it because they see you do it. I don't know if you get me or if I'm making sense, right? The second thing is teach biblical truths. From an early age, tell them that Jesus is Lord and he died for our sins and we are redeemed, Instill the truths in them as early as possible so that it registers in their heads, and even when they speak and engage with other children, they already have a solid foundation, which is Christ. Again, do not wait off until they are older and think they will only understand it then. No. Children can hear us. Children are able to fathom and process information and take it in. So teach them at a very young age that the truth that you want them to know. The third thing that you need to do and is really just prioritizing prayer and worship in the home. Pray with your children, worship with your children, play the music, gospel music around them. Have dedicated prayer time with your children so that they know that at home, this is how we live, this is how we do things, you know. Engage your children in Bible conversations, read to them. If they are able to, let them read to you and let them tell you what they understand by a particular scripture that you are telling them or sharing with them, or they are sharing with you, you know, just to see their understanding of the word. But teach your children to pray. Yes, our children pray at school. Well, some they pray for food, they pray for other things, but one thing that I do is encourage my children to pray in their own words and say the things that they want to say, no matter how short it is. Let them, but then afterwards give them key pointers on what to pray on, because yes, it's not easy. They are still children and this whole concept is new to them, you know, but guide them, tell them they should pray for their friends, tell them they should pray for kindness, for this and that, they should pray for their teachers, they should pray for the family, and show them the difference in prayer, that there is giving thanks, there's gratitude, there's asking, and then there's worshiping, and also lead by example. Try that when you pray with your children. Avoid using the hectic, bombastic words, you know, so that they understand that prayer is a clean, straight to the point conversation with God. And when the time is right for them to get to that level, then it will be easy for them to hop on. But then just try and create that foundation for them to be able to communicate with God. Number 4, monitor media and influences. As parents, I think we really need to be intentional about what our children consume. It must be our priority, really, especially in this social media influenced life, be it YouTube and TikTok, and our children are very much exposed to all these things, and it is our responsibility as parents to make sure that we draw the line for our kids on what they consume. I'm very strict when it comes to what my children consume. If you can, put that parental control thing on YouTube, especially. I don't know about other social medias, but really, guys, social media and children, I don't know. This is me and my 2 cents, but it doesn't make sense, especially TikTok. I really don't understand the kids who are on TikTok. Like, what are you watching? Guys, it's TikTok. It's free. Everybody posts whatever they want, and is it really what you want your child to consume, what they want to put into their minds and their heads and hearts? I don't know, but honestly, I think it is not right. And even what they watch on YouTube, check what these kids are watching. Even the cartoons that seem as innocent as they can be, you know, they're very cute and all, but at the end of the day, you know, they are driven by human, and human is creating them, and people have their minds of their own. And sometimes, yes, they might be creating it for children, but do they really have children in mind, like Christ-like children in mind? So monitor media and all the influences and everything that they consume. Check their tablets, check their phones, check out what they're watching on TV. You can't just switch on the TV and let the child watch whatever they want. That is not being responsible. Number 5, Encourage a servant's heart. Um, Encourage your children to be kind to one another. Encourage your children to say meaningful, warm things to people. Encourage your children to be soft-hearted. I think a child needs to be able to see when the other is not okay, be it with lunch, be it their mood. Teach them to have good and positive things to say to other children. And also, guys, another thing, teach your children how to greet. Teach your children how to greet. That is very important. It's an ick of mine. Like, it's a pet peeve when I greet a child and they go hello, and then that's it. Or you say hi Leano, and then they just go hi and walk off and just continue on with their business. Teach them that it's good to ask somebody how they are. It's good to say hello, how are you, how are you doing, how was your day, you know. Guys, kids must greet. We start them off at a very young age. It's beautiful. It's beautiful because they learn to be accommodating. They learn to see the next person. I've taught my kids to greet and hug, even like to just cashiers at the till. Hello auntie, how are you, how was your day? And you can actually see the next person warming up to them and just engaging them. Then they ask them, how are you, how are you doing? And let's teach our kids to be expressive. Okay, children need to be expressive. Okay, I digress. Okay, cool. Let's stop it right there with that. The next part is discipline with love and grace. Hebrews 12 verse 11. No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. Parents, soft parenting is nice. It's nice, okay? Yes, we talk to our kids, but our children need discipline. At the end of the day, our children need discipline. Whether you give them a hiding, whether you put them in the naughty corner, but our children need to know that every bad action has a consequence. Even the good actions have consequences too, you know? So they need to be aware of their action, that it's bad, and you make them tell you, do you understand what you just did, or what you just said, or how you said it, or you know, whatever the action is. Make them understand and make them say it back. This is what I said, or this is what I did, and it was wrong because. That's another thing. They need to know if it's wrong or not, because if they don't think it's wrong, then they will not understand the punishment that comes. So they need to know it is wrong because it made such and such a person feel, or I disobeyed such and such a rule, or this is what's broken, you know, whatever it is, but it needs to have a consequence. And it is important, guys. Let bad be punished. Even God punishes us for doing bad things. One way or the other, we get punished. So punish them with love and grace, you know, discipline them nicely so. And then they must come back. After the punishment has been served, or in whatever way you did it, they need to come back, and then the soft parenting can happen. Then you can have a conversation with your child. And so, do you understand why mommy or daddy did that? And yes, and so what's to happen going forward? How are we then going to avoid finding ourselves in this situation again? Kids can reason. Kids are smart. They're very manipulative, but they are very smart. And God entrusted you with those children, so you need to do right by them, because they will thank you later in life. As painful as it may be at the time when you're doing it, trust me, it gets better. I know even for myself, it hurts a lot when I find myself in that situation where I need to discipline my little one. I even want to embrace them at the time, but I'm like, no, they need to feel the effect of their action, the consequence of their action. The other point is teach your children dependence on God, right? Teach them that when they're feeling sad, God is going to make them feel better. If they're feeling sick, Jesus is going to heal them. If they're having bad dreams, so my children have a thing that when they have bad dreams and then they see it as an excuse to come to our room. And then when they come, yes, I'll hug them for like those few seconds and then be like, did you talk to Jesus about it? Right? Did you ask him? Did you pray? You know, if they're not feeling okay, they need to know whomst are they? Whomst are you? At the end of the day, they need to learn to be dependent on God. They need to know that everything comes from God. Everything it evolves around God at the end of the day. Teach them that. It's beautiful to watch. It's beautiful to witness as a parent. It just creates this softness in them. It creates this trusting in God. It creates just beautiful, graceful children, you know. Yes, a children must know that you're the parent and they can come to you for anything, but there are things that we start there. It stems from there, and that's it. And it will come easy for them to, if they see you again doing it and living it, you know, and then they will know that this is how it's done at home. It's not that difficult, you know. Mom does it all the time. Mom prays about everything all the time. Dad always tells us this about God all the time. So it's not heavy. It's not difficult. It's actually easy, and it makes everything so beautiful. And then in conclusion, I just want to talk to parents. I want to read for you Isaiah 41 verse 10. Just the first part. It says, do not fear, for I am with you. That's it. That's all that I want to say. Do not fear, for I am with you. To the parents who are weary when it comes to parenthood, God is with you. I mean, for the fact that he placed this child's life in your hands, it means that he's already equipped you with the resources to raise them in a way that he wants them to grow. And we mustn't forget that a child is from God, a child is God's. So therefore, if you feel that it's getting difficult for you, you can always go back to the person, to the one who handed you, who gave you the child, and say, God, this is where I'm struggling with this child. Therefore, please do your thing. Do what you do best and see this through. He's faithful. He does it all the time. He comes out. He comes up and pulls it off, and he pulls us out. And it's healthy as well for you. Have a relationship with God as far as your child is concerned, you know. Always take them back to God. I mean, it's healthy, it's beautiful. Be able to go to God about your child. Pray for your child. Talk to God about your child and say, God, I'm not okay when it comes to this, this, and that. And another thing, we love our children, but our children annoy us. I don't know if annoy is a heavy word, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? Our children can get, yeah, guys, parenthood needs grace. It definitely needs grace. It is okay. You don't have to feel bad for not wanting to be around your children for a certain period of time. Do not feel bad about it. Do not feel bad about wanting to miss them, meaning that you don't want them to be around you so that you miss them. You get me, man? Do not feel bad for not being able to do things that you'd want to do. It's the same as asking God for things and God says not now. It's okay for you to say to your kids, not now. Flies. It's okay to say to your kids, not now, and teach your kids that they can't always have everything that they want when they want it. Sometimes you can give them everything, but teach them patience, withhold it from them, or even let them work for it. But at the end of the day, just don't forget to take care of yourself as a parent. You are an individual before you are a parent. Fill yourself up so that you can love these babies the way Christ wants you to love them. So I think we've reached the end of this particular video. And tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about this conversation. Tell me what your struggles are from being a parent. What's new, what's changed since you're a mom or since you're a dad, and how are you navigating through it? Share your difficulties, share your wins, and also engage in this topic, and share also what you would like us to talk about next, and I will entertain it if it is aligned to what this channel is about. Thank you so much for tuning in. I think the little people are about to be back from school now. So yeah, I'll catch you in another video. Don't forget to share. Please share these videos. If you think they are insightful and they could help somebody, share them with a friend, family, or whoever that could benefit from them. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and do the things. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.